Stop, collaborate, and listen. AfterBuzz SmackDown is back with the pre-TLC edition. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
You know it's been a minute before I've been inside.
We have not had this music on Smackdown Live, but we're about to go hard into this edition right now, live on AfterBuzzTV.com, AfterBuzz TV YouTube page, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it, we're on it. Live as we break down WWE Smackdown. What's up, everybody? I'm Christian Rosenberg. Whole crew is here this week. First off, with a little bun in the hair this week, it's Gabby Loren.
That's called when you really don't care enough to do your hair, or you don't have time to do your hair, one or the two. You do this.
All right.
Yeah, it's one of those days, you guys, lazy days.
A lazy Tuesday.
Lazy Tuesday.
Why not? But I don't know if you're aware of this, but apparently the man is sitting next to you.
No, I'm not the man.
Oh.
Your shirt says the man, Tom Connolly.
I support the man. I'm
Okay.
not the man.
I don't know if you were just trying to show off that you yourself were the man.
Wouldn't it be nice?
I would dare not say that ever.
I think it would be
You know
cool.
who the man is.
if
Becky
you-
Lynch.
Well, yeah, Becky Lynch is the man. But I think it would be really cool if you had a shirt that said the woman.
I know, but she's the man. So
Yeah, but
I
like
know.
she's doing the man thing and you could do the woman thing.
There you go, Tom.
I don't know, I just think it would be funny. It's just
WWE.com,
fun.
sell that
All
shirt.
fun.
There you go.
Maybe I'll buy it.
So, last SmackDown before TLC, we have a few things that we need to get into that happened on this week, and then we got about 847 matches to predict.
It's like WrestleMania.
Except it's December, and it's not WrestleMania at all. But we'll get right into it. And the show starts off. We were notified earlier today that 205 Live's, the heart of 205 Live's, Mustafa Ali, music who you just heard, making his SmackDown debut today, and it's against the WWE champion Daniel Bryan. First off, how this happened. Secondly, how great was it that this happened?
Amazing. I would say it was my favorite match of the night, to be honest.
Sure.
It was a great way to open SmackDown with this, and I think Mustafa Ali and some of those other 205 Livers should be doing more on the main roster. Like, I almost wish that they weren't just stuck on that show.
Well, this is a question that I have because we're seeing more of them. So, I mean, obviously, Leo Rush has been doing this thing with Lashley on Raw. Lucha House Party has been wrestling regularly on Raw. Drake Maverick's managing Authors of Pain.
He wrestled. He wrestled and Leo wrestled last night.
Yeah, and they all wrestled too. So, are we trying to branch just people away from 205 Live to like crop in more people in there? Or is this like a cross-promotion kind of thing? Or are we thinking that they may be shortly getting rid of 205 Live if they're bringing people on the main shows?
I think they should be getting rid of 205 Live soon, in my predictions, because look at guys like Rey Mysterio. Yeah, he had to leave in order for WWE to give him more respect for in-ring matches and stuff. But, I mean, with guys like him that clearly can grab a huge fan base, why can't they just have one main roster or two main rosters instead of this sideshow thing for the little guys? Some of these little guys can do cooler stuff than the bigger guys. I mean, no offense, I love Big Show, and I think he's so much fun, but Big Show's an example of that. Lately, they haven't been doing a lot of cool things with him. He's kind of just been like a part of like tag teams or some, you know, teamwork type stuff. They don't really give him solo matches as much because he can't really move good anymore in the ring. So why are you having guys like that on the main roster and not pulling up some of these cruiserweights to do their thing?
Yeah, but I don't think they should get rid of 205 Live though.
I mean, I don't either necessarily.
Because what else are they gonna do with these? Like, we already have 5 hours of programming, and they can't even fit in the people they have on the show.
And we're bringing people from 205 Live into it.
I mean, I'm all for having this match because, you know, once I heard, I was like, I saw it today, I was like, is that really happening? Like, is someone just like pulling my leg and I'm not going to see that match? And I was like, what is going on?
And
like,
did you expect it to be for the first 30 minutes of the show?
No.
Because that's what it was.
But Ali can go. Like,
he absolutely
so
can
it's
go.
like, and this is where I feel like having, I mean, not that AJ was an awesome champion, but I feel like a lot of times they didn't really do stuff like this, like except for the Ellsworth stuff at the very beginning.
Sure.
When he the first time he won the belt.
When AJ was a heel.
Yeah. Which I think is a good thing where it's like, okay, but this just elevates Mustafa Ali. You know,
oh my God, yes,
a million times by having this match with Daniel Bryan.
And not just having the match, but having the promo exchange. So Bryan starts out saying he wants to apologize from last week to the sheep because they don't deserve to be compared to you idiots. You're not sheep, you're more like parasites. And he starts making fun of Las Vegas, where they're at. Mustafa Ali comes out and says, I see a lot of myself in you. And, what happened to you? We all want to know. All the cruiserweights in 205 Live look up to you because you're the underdog and you're the top of the mountain. We want to be you. What happened? Daniel Bryan then asks him what car he drives. Which is hilarious. I wish Mustafa got super specific. I'm gonna be like, I drive a 2014 Chevy Equinox or just some random car, and he says he drives an SUV. Down Bryan, why would someone like you, a little person like you, even though he's taller than Daniel Bryan, need an SUV?
You know what I was thinking also? These WWE guys drive everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
State to state, between cities, whatever. So it would just be funny if he's like, I drive a different car every week. I drive everything.
But he's like, I have a wife and 2 kids. Bryan slaps him. Match takes place. And as great as this match was, this was maybe like Mustafa Ali at 30% of what we know he's capable of. And this was still amazing. Daniel Bryan gets the win with the heel hook, and after the match, he locks it in again on the ramp to make Daniel Bryan look powerful, look vicious, look sinister, head into his match with AJ Styles. But I want Mustafa Ali back on SmackDown next Tuesday.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I thought it was an awesome match. It was great to see him get a shot. And it's one of those where it's like you go into this match and you go, I'm pretty sure Bryan's going to win, but I'm also fine with that because at least we're having a champion that's on the show. It may not be in a championship match, but he's fighting every week on the show and showing up, and he's giving back to the younger guys and at least having them, get a little shine and show off what they can do. When instead of having a 5-minute match where he just destroys them. And then we don't get anything out of it.
So much time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, giving back is right, Tom, because here's the thing. You have this huge champion, this huge WWE superstar, and he's going against Mustafa Ali. So he is giving, like you said, Mustafa Ali this opportunity to really rise up to the occasion and, be accepted by the fans on the roster. I think that Mustafa Ali did a stellar job. From the second he started that match, he was on fire. He performed better than some of the other superstars we see week to week.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, let's be honest. This is his first real time. I mean, he had a couple of things on Raw back when they had when they were doing a lot of cruiserweight things like, make sure you watch him take on this guy on 205 Live when it was first starting. But he hasn't really been on TV.
That Extreme Rules or whatever hardcore match they had was insane.
Well, their match at Survivor Series was one that stole the show too.
Yeah.
And so him coming out in this audience, the last show before pay-per-view, showing up on the main roster, cutting the promo, and then having a 20-plus minute match with the champion. Kudos to you, Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Love it.
Do we see him back again, or what?
I hope so.
I think so. I think he proved himself tonight.
Do we see other cruiserweights coming up? I mean, I'd love to see Cedric Alexander versus Daniel Bryan.
Sure.
Or him versus AJ Styles.
I mean, I would love all those too, but then the question is, what happens with 205 Live?
I mean, I think he could still exist.
But it's filmed the same. So you're saying like
they're there already.
I know they're there already, but then you want them to wrestle twice in the same night on Tuesday.
No, they don't have to wrestle on 205 Live. There's a lot of guys on 205 Live.
Right.
I don't know if they would do this, but what if they made 205 Live something that would be on cable?
Well, it's a possibility with a Fox deal, so you never know.
You never know. Maybe it will go to USA instead.
Maybe that's what they're doing, trying to make
that's a
these
fair
guys
point.
a little,
That's a fair point. Rap battle. We go from Mustafa Ali to the rap battle, and my oh my, does this Christian's Closet have legs to it? Hit the music, please, for Christian's Closet.
You look so good to me.
Where do I begin? Do I begin with the Bar stealing the New Day's outfits? and Sheamus ripping a giant hole in his hat so his mohawk can stick out.
Perfect. That was awesome.
Or do I go over to the New Day? First off, Big E dressed to the nines in like finest Big E might have ever
Vegas,
dressed
man.
up.
He's gonna go out after the
Vegas
show.
looking great. And then Kofi and Xavier, they channeled their inner Dumb and Dumber with the orange and baby blue tuxes. And it's like, hey, if Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels were jacked, this is how they would wear those tuxes. Oh, so great that they dressed up for the occasion. Usos were just in their regular non-wrestling clothes.
Like always.
They just dressed up like how they would walk around anywhere. But it was just... It was so interesting because, A, they mentioned how the bar requested this, and the bar being trying to be so serious for the last several weeks, they're the ones who requested this, and they're the ones really dressing up. It was like, you're contradicting yourself.
Yeah.
But it was quite entertaining. Okay, you can cut the music now. But, so, first off, I forgot to mention the gold chains also that the bar were wearing. And the bar goes first, and we have a performance of Ice Ice Shamey.
No.
No?
You didn't like
not
it?
good.
No, you didn't enjoy
it?
it?
Good.
Especially not after we heard the Usos. I mean, come on, the Usos killed it.
They did, but I think this was a very good effort by Cesaro
tried.
and Sheamus to rap.
The bar covered Ice Ice Baby like Vanilla Ice covered the Police.
Yeah, they were as good as, oh my God, am I blanking on the name? Our undercover detectives that used to be on Smackdown.
Brazongo.
Yeah.
Brazongo, yeah. They are as good as Brazongo at solving crime as they are to rapping.
I miss Brazongo.
Like real crime.
Yeah. So they pretty much recite the first verse of Ice Ice Baby, but then kind of throw like, when we're in the ring, we destroy everyone because we're the bar, and they drop the mic. And got a polite applause from the crowd because they actually did something.
It wasn't. It
wasn't bad.
It could have been way worse. We've seen
far worse.
Yes, where it's way worse.
We've seen worse from Florida.
Yeah. And he gets paid to do that.
And he makes a living out of it. Then come the Usos. Not as inappropriate, we'll say, as last year's rap battle with the New Day.
I love how the New Day acknowledged it. We have to judge this because of what happened last year.
Yeah. But in a PG version, they brought it. I mean, they're saying, we're trying to act like Matt Hardy from last year's rap battle and delete that. In this battle, we're ready. We already beat the Ninja Turtles, so now it's time to beat up Bebop and Rocksteady. Make a reference to Sheamus being Rocksteady in the next Ninja Turtles movies. I don't know why I found this line so funny. Hey, Oos, how do you knock Cesaro's teeth out with no knuckles? I don't know. Allow me to introduce you to my friend, Mr. Turnbuckle.
That was great.
Good, yeah.
And Xavier, I don't know, it looked genuine that he just like fell over in laughter. And eventually everyone just starts brawling. The bar are the ones who end up standing tall at the end of the brawl. And it was a great way to build up for their triple threat tag match without them having an actual match. It was a lot of fun.
I wish this was the ladder match, though, at the pay-per-view.
It would make more sense.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot more entertaining.
Way more entertaining.
You mean you don't want to watch people climbing for a guitar?
No, I don't.
Oh, that's
What
right.
is this, WCW?
That's right. Neither does anyone. Judy Bagwell's up there.
Oh, is she? Okay. She's playing the guitar up there?
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was great. It was a great segment to get everyone hyped for the weekend, for the match. I liked the bars, rap. I thought it was good. It was corny. Obviously, it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I think they did a really good job, and the Usos killed it. I feel like I need to go back and watch it like 2 or 3 more times, just to get everything that they were saying. But yeah, I thought it was great.
Gabby?
You want my opinion on this? I think it was cool.
That's what they have us here for.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I think it was cool. The rap battle was awesome. It's nice that they have these fun traditions that they do on SmackDown that they don't do on Raw, because Raw's a little bit more serious when you look at things and their storylines.
Sure.
They don't really have as much fun as we do on the A show.
That's also for sure.
So yeah, I think it was well warranted. I think that the Usos definitely won this for me, clearly. And the New Day had fun with it. And I love the line that you brought up with the turnbuckle. I thought that was freaking funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was good. It was good times. Lighthearted. I liked it.
I was kind of surprised that the bar stood tall at the end, though. I thought it would be either... It would be one of the other teams, just because... To kind of, like, you know, plant that seed of, like, oh, the bar, you know... Because they lost last week in that triple
The bar's
threat
been
match.
losing a lot lately.
Yeah. So I just figured... I can't remember who won or lost last week.
Last week was Jey Uso who won.
Yeah, so I thought maybe the New Day would, you know, come out on top. But they were really dressed up.
They
so-
were in tuxedos.
Yeah, they're like, we're not fighting.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I wouldn't fight in a tuxedo. Miz in the ring with the Best of the World trophy. And Shane, I know it's your week for custody of the trophy, but I have a lot on my mind, so come out here. He then begs. Shane shows up. Miz is begging for us to have a chance. We should tag one more time, see what happens. Let's get a referee out here. Out comes a referee. And I got us some opponents. Let's bring out Chip and Chad, the Vegas boys. And shout out to one of them Vegas boys, because I know one of them, Owen Travers, who I've worked with a number of times. He was the guy that choreographs compared to Kevin Hart. Kudos to you. And like we said a couple weeks ago when SmackDown was out here, if you guys know whoever the local talent is that's used, let us know so we can give them shout outs on the show, because they deserve shout outs.
Yeah.
It's great when you get this opportunity.
You know how they used to have like more celebrities on
Yes.
for SmackDown and Raws? I think it would have been fun, since you're in like one of the entertainment capitals in Las Vegas, to bring in like a local celebrity that's performing in Vegas, or a local review or something to that effect, and have them fight against Shane McMahon. Like, that would have been hysterical.
Shane, here's your opponent, Elton John.
Hey, Kevin Owens would have loved that.
I know, but
Just saying.
Shane's getting the shot, not Owens.
Check his tweets if you don't know what I'm talking about.
And I mean, I'm trying to imagine how scared I tried to send him like a message over Facebook. How scared Owen Travers must have been. It's like, okay, here's the plan. You're going to start the match by clocking Shane McMahon in the back of the head.
Nah.
But it's just like, you know, here's your opportunity.
And then he's gonna
Don't
punch
hurt
you
the owner.
a million times.
and then he's going to beat the crap out of you.
Yeah.
And Shane essentially wins a handicap match here. Makes the other guy tap out to a triangle choke. Miz is going nuts in celebration. We cut back. Paige is yelling at the referee, like, why did you go out there and do this? I did not sanction that match. And the referee's like, Miz told me you sanctioned it.
But
And then out comes
Don't
Shane's in
trust
charge
Miz.
too, though. Like, Shane has a job there too.
And then
He didn't have to have the match.
Right, Shane could have very well said, no, this match isn't happening.
Yeah.
And then Chip and Chad show up again with invoices. Miz told that those you proved us for $5,000 each for letting Shane beat us.
Remember that time I said on AfterBuzz that the wrestlers have more control over the authority than the authority has control over the wrestlers? This is a prime example. Shane McMahon is just doing things because other people planted seeds and told him to do something. You know, Paige is the only one kind of trying to delegate stuff, but she still made it a little too late. You know, she came in after the fact.
Well, I feel like, next week it's going to be Miz being fined for $10,000 that he can pay.
Sure.
You know, Chad and what was it? Chad and
Chip and Chad.
Chip and Chad.
And I like AJ0314 in the chat. In the chat, he's mentioning maybe a possible new segment in the works. Christian's Enhancement Talent Spotlight. I like it. I'm down for that. But I thought this was funny. But yeah, at the same time, it's just like, well, Shane can make matches too. So why is he letting this match happen? And Paige is up. I think, what? I don't know.
Maybe he got hit in the head too hard.
Yeah.
And then also, he gets beat up, and the Miz just stands there, which I get what they're doing with this, but like, you think he'd look at the Miz and be like, "What are you doing? Like, get in here and help me! Like, why am I fighting these guys at the same time?"
And also, it's a matter of, I don't recall if they mentioned it on the show, but hopefully they bring it up next week, because there was a lot of social media, including Paige, announcing that tonight we were going to have a match between Naomi and Mandy Rose.
They're both mad.
But you can use this because it'll be like, well, because all of a sudden this match that Paige didn't approve happened. Mandy Rose and Naomi got bumped, and so now Miz would have to pay for that too.
Yeah.
Or, you know, if they wanted to go that route, they can.
Maybe if Miz wants a trophy back, he has to be there, like, serving for the day or whatever.
Yeah.
For SmackDown. I think it'd be pretty funny, actually.
Quick little promo with Randy Orton. Thank goodness it was quick. He's trying to tell us about all the uses for a steel chair. And then Mysterio comes out and attacks him with a chair and gives him 619, and that's that. Quick little Becky Lynch promo, asking as far as any advantage heading in to TLC since Asuka and Charlotte are going to fight each other. And she's like, I don't have any advantage. I wouldn't have any advantage in this match, but that's how I like it. Not having advantage is what the champ does. That's that. Hardy and Rusev versus Samoa Joe and Nakamura. Tag match. Two feuds that are happening that would make sense for a pay-per-view match. Neither of them have it.
I guess we're just waiting.
Yeah, I guess they're going to give this all the way to the Rumble?
New Year's Day. Smackdown Live.
All right, or that.
I don't know.
But just as the match starts, we have a dance break. Truth and Carmella show up, dance break, leave. This is their thing now. We got to get used to it.
Imagine you get paid to go to SmackDown in like Las Vegas, far away from home, and all you have to do is go out for that like 10-second dance break or whatever it is.
To be fair, they did have a mixed match challenge match there,
Okay,
too.
fine.
But,
You're right. At least they did something tonight. Not everybody does.
But there are weeks where they just do that.
Yeah. I mean, they've been on every week pretty much doing dance break, right?
I know. And the crowd is totally into it.
Yeah.
I would love that.
But what I do like is they're just having it at random points in the show.
Yeah.
With people that it has nothing to do with. And just like, no, we're going to have a dance break now.
Yeah.
Like next week there'll be a match. Like both competitors will be down, refs starting the count. Out comes R-Truth and Carmella for a dance break, and then they leave.
I don't know if I like that. That's just kind of like, I mean, I could see it if it's I don't know, some kind of throwaway match, but I'd be kind of mad if it was a real match. I'd be like, are you, no.
I think it would be nice if they developed some sort of thing where, whether it's with Carmella and R-Truth or a different pair of WWE superstars, if like they did something and everybody had to freeze. What was that challenge people used to do where they would freeze and like you'd upload like different videos of people freezing?
Mannequin challenge.
Yeah, the mannequin challenge. So it could be like that, where like even if it was a dance break, then everyone else had to freeze around the dance break.
Every week they come back with like a fad viral thing that everyone's forgotten about. So the mannequin challenge. What was? Oh God, now I'm forgetting it too.
The ice bucket challenge.
The ice bucket challenge. What? There was that one where
plank challenge.
Oh,
the planking, yeah.
Due to Harlem Shake or whatever it was.
That was the first thing that ever came out. That
like all of a sudden they try to do that too, and
but that's a dance.
Which is a dance move, but they should do that in the dance break.
It's totally a dance move.
I think WWE outside of this whole dance break scenario needs to incorporate something that they can like term as theirs, where it becomes a viral trend where everyone's doing it, whether it is dance break or something else. But that would be really cool.
So. As far as the tag match, it was a solid tag match. I mean, nothing that really stood out. But the big story that came out of it was Matcha kick by Rusev on Nakamura. Rusev pinned the U.S. champion, thus now solidifying himself as the number one contender for the U.S. title. A feud for the United States Championship? I don't understand.
Slowly but surely.
It's like it's happening. Shane is backstage with The Miz, yelling at him, now you're paying people to attack me. You're triggering refs to officiate the match. Miz said, I knew, though, if I did that your McMahon instincts would kick in. My entire career, I've never been considered the best in the world until you came along. Let's do this. He reaches out his hand. Shane just stares at him and walks away, breaking Miz's heart. That bastard.
What are we going to do with this Miz and Shane situation? I'm kind of bored with it. Well, it's not really, it's not catch. Like, I'm not intrigued with this at all.
I think this was the moment now it's going to reach into, like, now Miz is going to attack Shane next week or something like that. Main event of SmackDown, Asuka versus Charlotte. Becky is sitting ringside. This match played the game for like the first 10-15 minutes because they gave them nearly a half hour of Asuka's just going to put Charlotte in a ton of different submission holds and Charlotte has to play escape. And it worked. It worked very well. Then Charlotte getting the upper hand. A point where Charlotte went for a spear, where Asuka turned into like a code breaker, which looked cool. Eventually, Charlotte does hit a spear. Both women fall out of the ring. At that point, then Charlotte grabs a kendo stick under the ring.
It's her sledgehammer.
That's her sledgehammer. Hits Asuka. Ref calls for DQ. Charlotte then also hits Becky. And Charlotte goes nuts for a minute. Then Becky gets back up. Becky goes nuts for a minute. Then Asuka gets back up and really goes nuts.
Yeah.
And because Asuka, out of the three of them, no offense to Charlotte and Becky, Asuka knows how to use a kendo stick better than the other two. Maybe her time in Japan did something. I don't know. But I was literally saying because walking around out by our screening area was our buddy Evan T. Mack, and I was telling him, just like, it's amazing, like not even 3 years ago would they consider the women to do this type of stuff on the show, let it close out the go-home show for a pay-per-view. It's not even maybe 2 years ago.
But it's not even. It's not. But I love how it is because it's not even a weird thing. It's
no,
like,
it's not. It's normal
this is
now.
the main event, like,
right? It's a regular. Like I had to stop and think. I'm like, wow, a few years ago, this would not have even been a thought.
But this is also a WrestleMania match that the first time they're fighting each other again.
Yeah, since Mania.
It's December.
Yeah.
And they haven't had a rematch. Do you know how many other matches we've seen 50 million times on these shows?
Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think it's great that they were able to keep them apart this whole time.
Yeah.
To have this match, which I thought was great. I didn't really like the ending of the match. I get the idea of not wanting anyone to look, particularly weak by losing, but I think Asuka needed this win though.
No, I liked how it ended. And I actually loved that very moment when Charlotte had the kendo stick and went into the announce table. And did you see their faces when everyone backed up?
Oh, I'd be scared.
Oh my God, because I'm pretty sure none of them expected that to happen. It was really great. But surprisingly, it wasn't anywhere near Becky. You would think like Charlotte would have at least gone towards the side of Becky, but whatever. I thought it was amazing. I don't know. I liked this ending.
Oh, it was great.
I think the end. I love the ending of the show, but I think we could have still gotten.
You
to that.
wanted a winner.
I still would think we could have got to that ending. I think it would have been great to have Charlotte lose, tap out, and then kind of just stew like she did. Like we're getting to that point where Charlotte, she couldn't beat Rousey. She lost to Asuka. She can't beat Becky. Where are we going with this?
I don't
Which
think
I think
it's
is a good
couldn't.
storyline. But she wasn't able to tonight.
It's her character to not
I
beat
think
them.
the story, though, having trouble beating certain people, but I think the story that they wanted to bring out tonight was, no, we have to make Asuka look like a legit threat to win this TLC match.
But you could have done I'm just saying, you could have done the exact same thing by, I think, even if she just pinned her, she didn't have to make her tap. Even like how Becky won the belt was like a weird reverse spear thing.
Yeah.
Like something like that, even if not the same way, but something where Asuka gets the pin, Charlotte gets mad, and this is her thing where she's like, I can't control what I'm doing. I can't, I need to dig down, or I just have to keep cheating to, get out of these matches because I can't win.
But
I can't find a way to win.
It doesn't seem to me that Charlotte's trying to get out of matches on an easy route because she can't win. I think it has to do with the storyline they're developing about her character and who she is as a wrestler. So I don't know what's going on right now with Charlotte, whether she's supposed to be a babyface or not, because she's doing a lot of heel-like moves, the slaps in the face, the kendo stick work. So I just think it's building on her just fighting till the end, and she doesn't care what she has to do to that opponent to bring them down, whether or not she actually wins the match.
But I think it's very. I mean, it's very heel tactics
very
of
heel, yeah.
that'd be something Ric Flair would do to be like, even if he had the belt, I can't get out of the, I can't figure out a way to beat this.
Can't figure out a way trying to grab weapons.
Yeah.
If that doesn't scream I'm turning heel, I don't know what does.
Can I ask you guys a question? In a real fight, do you think people think they need weapons because they can't beat somebody down? I don't think using weapons in a wrestling ring signifies that you can't actually beat that person. I think it's just an added tool for you to use in your toolbox.
I don't know. I know, this thing over here, that's stronger than my fist, so I'm going to swing it at them if I can grab it.
But maybe it's just I want to inflict as much pain as possible, and it has nothing to do with how strong you are.
Well, that would bring more pain if, the harder object.
But that doesn't mean you can't win with just your hands and feet and legs and whatever.
I mean,
else.
you can, but if you don't think you're going to be able to, if the other person's stronger than you, then you got to outthink them.
Yeah.
I think we're making assumptions here.
But I just think,
No, I'm not.
say you have a Rey Mysterio and a Braun Strowman in a match.
In a regular fight, you know who's going to win.
Yeah, exactly. If Rey Mysterio
come on, you're taking the biggest guy and the smallest guy, and you're going to say that?
No, fine.
Whatever.
Most fights are that, though. Most fights aren't, I mean,
all right, let's adjust
real
it then.
fights are fake fights.
No, let's adjust that then. Let's try to poop. Okay. Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali in just like a fist fight. Everyone's going to put the money on Buddy Murphy because they're both cruiserweights, but he is a lot more jacked and bigger than Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but you guys are also talking about bigger and jacked versus just like two people like Asuka and Charlotte who are both strong in different ways. It's not like one is like this ginormous person versus this like tiny little other person. It's not what it
Actually,
is.
Charlotte's a lot bigger than Asuka.
Yeah, but not like that. Asuka still holds her own. She's not like.
Well, clearly, because Charlotte needed to get a weapon.
It's not like Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, for example. Like Alexa needs her weapons for that match.
But why is it a better case for Alexa to get weapons for that match than Charlotte in this case with Asuka?
Because Alexa versus a Nia Jax is totally different, you guys. Like, I mean, I know you have 20/20 vision, right, or something close to that.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Alexa's beaten Nia.
I'm sure Alexa's beaten Nia and Charlotte at some point, and Alexa's been champion just as many times as almost as many times
I'm
as
not
Charlotte.
saying that like by stats. I'm just saying in general, like trying to give you the analogy because you're talking big and little. And like what
I'm not. No,
Bliss likes to use
I'm
stuff
talking big
if
and
she
little
can.
because you didn't like the Braun Mysterio comment. We're talking about physical strength, where then you would need a weapon.
Right, but I don't think there's that much of a difference between Charlotte and Asuka. To be honest, they have different skill sets.
Sure.
It's not like one is weaker than the other in my eyes. I don't know. I think they're both good in their own right.
I think watching what we saw tonight, Charlotte is weaker than Asuka because she had to resort to getting a weapon.
But she's been doing that in every match lately.
No, she's only done in one match.
Well, this and Ronda.
Match, yes. So
lately she's been doing
and the big matches that she can't beat.
And that's the evolution that we're getting of Charlotte and the character of like, I don't know how I can find a way to beat this person. So this is what I'm going to do.
I don't know. I think it's working smart, not hard. But anyways, you guys in the chat roll and the fans, please let us know what you think about this.
All right. Well, while we're waiting on that,
yeah, but she didn't win though. Asuka won. So if it came down to
that's writing, okay?
No, but I'm just saying that smarter, not harder is. But when I'm up for a title match, I'm not going to pick Charlotte because she's just going to get disqualified. She's not going to, try to win the match. Asuka's going to go out there and try to win the match.
Yeah.
Only as of late. Okay.
Right, because as of late she's turning heel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then that's the real explanation. It has nothing to do with who's stronger than the other.
But that was your question to begin with. Let's get into Wrestling Wrap because now we're running behind on time. Okay. Wrestling Wrap.
Anyways.
Hit the music for Wrestling Wrap.
Okay, Wrestling Wrap for the week of December 11th. On Saturday night, Big Cass, who's no longer with the WWE, as we all know, suffered from an apparent seizure during a House of Hardcore show. He was booked to perform at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. However, Xfinity's David Onda tweeted, "That was scary. It was intermission at the show. The lobby was packed with people checking out the merch tables. Cass went right down into his face. Fans immediately stepped back to give him room. Doc was called kind of chaotic. Dreamer was right by his side." So Cass was taken to a nearby hospital by ambulance, and Dreamer tweeted the following day that he was doing well. So it looks like Cass is doing good, but it's crazy that he suffered a seizure like right before he was supposed to be in a show.
Yeah, I mean, even though people might have crazy attitudes or things like that, you never wish anyone to get hurt or have anything like that. So hopefully Cass is resting and getting better, and hopefully, because this was one of the first few real advertisements that we've heard of him actually wrestling at a show. Yeah. So hopefully he's able to get better and hopefully is still trying to go out there and continue to perform.
Yeah, agreed. So my next story is John Cena did talk to ESPN recently about the prospects of retiring.
No.
He spoke with, don't be upset. Don't worry, it's not that bad.
Okay.
He spoke with reporter.
I'll try not to cry.
You won't cry, trust me. He spoke with reporter Carrie Champion on retirement, along with balancing his movie work and wrestling career. So Cena said, "You have to contemplate retirement because anything that you rely on your body for, as far as an end result, time is going to catch up with you. There's going to come a point when I can no longer keep up with the pace. I don't want to take a ticket buyer's money and have him sit down and be like, he's just hanging on." We see that a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm surprised he's saying this.
Yeah, he actually said it. That's a
Do we see this in wrestling? Never.
Anyway, Cena also said that it's not that he doesn't want to be in the ring more, but he has a commitment to the movies he works on. So the studios will not allow him to get in the ring and shoot at the same time.
The Rock.
You know, The Rock is in the same situation. So if he doesn't look right, they shut the whole movie down. Literally, they'll tell him he doesn't look good, and they will not be able to do the movie. So he was saying that there's about 150 people that are expecting a paycheck for that movie, and he doesn't want to screw them out of their wage. And so I wanted to ask you guys, how do you feel about John Cena splitting his time between his wrestling career and his movie career?
What wrestling career?
Well,
Still working.
The last line in that you said was the one I found most interesting. So he's more concerned about the 150 people getting paid than he is about the millions of people that he entertains.
That's a very good point.
That pay him.
That's a good point, because
Yeah.
he is taking time off from WWE to lend his talents to the movie industry.
I found that the most interesting part of that, honestly.
I mean,
that is interesting.
I think it's an insurance thing. Like, they're not going to let him wrestle. Like,
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, we saw it with The Rock when he went away at first. You were like, oh, he'll be back. It'll be okay. And then, like, now, you can't even get him around anything to do anything because when he did wrestle and what he do is cracked his ribs or tore or whatever.
With The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. Yeah, when he wrestled Cena.
He did something. I don't remember what. Oh, tore his pec, maybe?
Yeah, whatever he did to himself. Like, then he had to go shoot a movie, and you're like, oh well,
we have to delay
because yeah.
And I mean, like, guys like this, like Cena and The Rock, they're doing the stunt work. These are the guys that are working in action movies, so you can't really have a guy wrestle in the ring week to week and do the movies and expect to not get hurt and be there 100% to both jobs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with him not, like, I think we're at the point of wrestling fans and WWE where it's like, we have to move forward. This guy's not going to be here forever. He can come back for WrestleMania. I'm fine with that. So let's just, that's when we're going to see him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, well, also Kevin Owens, we know, has been out for quite some time due to a double knee surgery. We've talked about it, week after week here at AfterBuzz. But Dave Meltzer reported on the Wrestling Observer Radio that Kevin Owens is due late February or early March. And we also know that KO challenged Elton John to a WrestleMania match due to a canceled concert via Twitter. So you guys, I want to know, could WWE make that dream come true for Kevin Owens?
No.
Yes.
Elton John's like 7. Elton John's older than Vince.
Look at Undertaker, okay?
He can be in someone's corner.
Yeah.
That will never happen.
Elton John
awesome.
or Bobby Lashley's corner against
Never
Kevin
happen.
Owens at WrestleMania.
Will never happen. But I like
Ellen and Leo.
But I like the news
out
that
there
says that
yelling.
Owens could be back for Mania, so we could have KO Mania 4.
Right.
That's good news.
But I still think there is a possibility that maybe WWE could pull some strings and get Elton John to fight Kevin Owens.
That would be the biggest celebrity they would have ever gotten for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They had Snooki, man.
Wow.
Wow.
she
I don't know if you could put
won.
them in the same category, but
Wow. All right. Was that the last one for wrestling?
Of course, it was Kevin Owens.
No, that's what I was asking. It was
We always finish on Kevin Owens.
All right. So that's the wrestling wrap, and now we need some TLC predictions. Because we get ready this Sunday, last pay-per-view of 2018 for the WWE. There's only been 40 of them.
You know what's so funny? We've been using this predictions music since like day one at AfterBuzz.
Yeah,
I just realized that.
It still works.
Yeah, it's the same, and I've been here for many years.
Yeah, hey, me
You
too.
too, and
next
you too.
Next month marks 6 years for me here.
So nuts.
I know they haven't fired me. It's amazing.
Yep.
Don't tell
all right.
Never too late.
Don't tell him it's the end of the year.
Do they?
Your contract's up. You're
my
fired.
contract up? Oh no, I didn't have my
I thought
contract
you were
negotiations.
gonna tell him. Oh man, this is gonna be awkward next week.
All right, we got 12 matches at TLC. Everybody, I've made like joking exaggerations. This is not an exaggeration. We really have 12 matches on one show.
And a 1 hour pre-show. Or they gotta expand it to 2 hours now because they need it.
They have to. First off, and this one within the last hour or so was made official, finals of the Mixed Match Challenge. We have Raw's team, Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox versus SmackDown's R-Truth and Carmella. The winning team gets an all-expenses paid vacation, and both members will be number 30 in their respective Royal Rumble match.
These people don't go on vacation. They better give that vacation away.
No,
to some lucky fans.
But they deserve it.
Okay, I mean, we kind of talked about it before. I agree with you that Carmella and R-Truth are win, and then We think R-Truth is going to be 30, but he's going to give his number away to someone.
He'll come out at number 1 by mistake.
Yep. And then be in the ring and then be like, oh, we got to start now. And then I think that's what I agree. I think it's going to happen. It'll be fun.
You have 2 other very strong superstars in there. Well, at least Jinder is very strong. So
I think you're going to say Alicia's very strong.
yeah, actually she's not. Now that I think about it.
Wow.
But,
Shots fired.
Jinder is, but I think because R-Truth and Carmella are such like a hot commodity right now with their dance break and everything they're doing week to week, that they have to win.
R-Truth and Carmella. They're winning this. And I feel like these were the only 2 teams. I would have to look at the whole mixed match challenge bracket. I feel like these were the only 2 teams that stayed as this pair for the duration of the tournament.
I think you're right.
Cruiserweight Championship. Buddy Murphy defending against the former champ Cedric Alexander. I say Murphy retains.
Yeah, I think so too.
Murphy
I think it'd be a great
retains.
match, but yeah, I don't see why they would change it up.
Okay.
Murphy's doing a good job.
All right, we're going to run through the Raw matches super quick because we don't need to break those ones down because we want to break down the A-Show ones. Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre.
Elias versus Lashley in a ladder match where one of Elias's guitars will be on top of the ladder because that's where we're at right now.
Leo Rush is the one that grabs the guitar, but Elias,
Is it the first one who uses it wins?
whoever gets it gets to use it. That's what they said.
But
It's
so,
not
but
who
is it
gets
like
wins.
pinfall match or
Yeah, I
like?
think it's a pinfall match.
Oh,
though.
okay. I'm gonna say Elias wins.
Elias wins though. Yeah.
Well, it involves the guitar, so I'm gonna go against you guys. I'm gonna say Bobby Lashley because
Okay.
somebody needs to say something different.
That's fine.
So I'm rooting for Bobby.
Tables match: Natalya versus Ruby Riott.
I think this will be on the pre-show,
It might.
and I'm gonna say Natalya wins.
Natalia.
I'm going Ruby. I feel like she's due for a big win.
Do you think she's gonna slam her through the Neidhart table?
Maybe not that table, but a table. Raw Women's Championship: Rousey versus Nia Jax. Rousey.
Yeah, Rousey.
All right, we're all in
Rousey.
agreement with that. Intercontinental Championship. Blah blah.
What did you almost say?
I don't know. I don't know what I said, guys. It's late.
I think you changed the last letter.
Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. Ambrose.
Ambrose.
I'm gonna say Rollins.
I think Rollins is going to get elevated to start feuding with Lesnar.
Oh well, yeah. I'm just gonna say Rollins for
All
the
right,
fun of it.
that's fine. Corbin versus Braun in a TLC match.
I say this match would be less than 3 minutes.
The quickest TLC match ever.
And Strowman wins, and he just wins by destroying him and throws him through like 3 tables, pins him, and then he gets his title shot.
And isn't Corbin going for the permanent position as GM?
If
Yeah.
Corbin wins, he
So-
gets permanent position. If Braun wins, he gets a title shot.
Listen, WWE writers, you can't have Baron Corbin win. You want crappy ratings? That's what you're gonna get.
Wow.
I think Baron Corbin is going to become a permanent GM. I'm surprised it's not his title already, but, isn't permanent. But I think he'll win just because they always favor him for some reason.
Okay. I'm saying Braun. I don't know if it'll be 3 minutes, but it's going to be Braun. Okay, now let's get to SmackDown, who for some reason only have 4 matches, but all 4 of these matches are going to be better than everything else we just listed. I'm sorry, they are. Well, actually, I take that back. Maybe not the first one. Chairs match: Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio. It'll be good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Orton wins.
yeah. I'm gonna have to agree.
I mean, I think Orton's going to win, but I'm going for Rey Mysterio. I want Rey to come out on top for this.
All right. Triple threat tag team match for the SmackDown tag titles: The Bar versus the New Day versus the Usos. I don't know. I'm happy no matter what.
I think the Bar retains.
Gabby, you go, because I really don't know right now.
I think the Usos will win.
Just for fun, then I'm gonna say New Day. So we're all different there. Because this one,
I don't really care who
This
wins.
one's a complete toss-up.
Yeah.
Please give them 20+ minutes. WWE Championship: Daniel Bryan defending against AJ Styles.
The new Daniel Bryan will still be the
Will be
WWE
still be?
champion. Yeah, we'll still. Sorry, I said it wrong.
And I'm the one messing up my words. Yes, Daniel Bryan retains.
Daniel Bryan retains.
Does he win with a kick to the nuts again, or
Maybe not that, but he's gonna cheat to win.
does he fake it at least or try to do it?
Oh, I'm sure AJ will wear a cup or something. He's got it by
He
now.
still hasn't worn a cup ever.
When will you learn, AJ? Wear a damn cup. Everyone keeps trying to kick you in the groin. Finally, in what we pray will be the main event of the show, triple threat TLC match for the SmackDown Women's Championship: Becky Lynch versus Charlotte versus Asuka.
This is hard.
This is extremely hard.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think Becky's winning. I don't. Because I think they want her to win the Rumble instead.
I know, but I don't want. But then Becky's gonna go to Raw. I don't want Becky on Raw.
I don't want that either. But
like that's the whole point. Like SmackDown is a good show.
I'm grudgingly saying Charlotte wins, even though I don't want Charlotte to win. I'm saying she's gonna win.
Why can't Charlotte go to Raw?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm saying Charlotte's winning. I don't want her to win, but I'm saying she's winning.
I say I don't know. I think we need Becky to still be. She never hasn't had a match since a month. I don't know. Becky needs to win this match.
I think Becky needs to win too. She hasn't really gotten to like show too much of what she's got with the championship since she's had it. So
do we think that any like Becky will show up during the Ronda match or Ronda show up during this match? Like, do you think there'll be any kind of crossover yet or some kind of like backstage thing with them?
That could be possible, and what could cost Becky the match if Ronda shows up during the match. That's a possibility. Yeah. Or Nia. Either one, because Becky's feuding with both.
Yeah.
Becky's feuding with everybody right now.
I know. All those dopes.
All right, well, we want to know what you think, so tell us on iTunes, tell us on YouTube, and, of course, you can talk to us on various forms of social media. Tom Connolly, how can people reach out to you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at TomTheCom. Also, check out my Etsy store, Connolly Central. Get those Christmas gifts in.
Gabby?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Gabby Loren TV. Please, you guys, I need more Twitter followers. I'm like slacking there.
I just love how you said it. I need more Twitter followers.
Can I get more Twitter followers?
Okay. And then also, we'll be back next week, but we'll be off after that for the holidays. So I hope you guys, it's premature, but have a happy holiday and safe travels. And then also on the 27th of this month, I'll be hosting for Shein again. That's SHEIN.com, doing their live stream both in the app and on their Facebook page so that we can sell women's clothing at a really good price. And then in January on the 3rd and the 17th, I believe.
All right, and yeah, you heard that. Next week, the last SmackDown AfterBuzz of the year, so make sure you tune in to that. And follow me on Twitter at Will Rosenberg, Instagram, The Will Rosenberg, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Also, Twitch.tv/Wrestling Pro Wrestling. Next show tomorrow night, Wednesday, the 12th. That's it, right? Turkey Mania 2. D-Evil is back. Hobo is back with me. And Devastator 2, a.k.a. George Hermoso, will be competing as well. So your AfterBuzz... I was going to use the word favorites, but that's probably not the case because I mentioned myself. So your AfterBuzz people will be there. So make sure if you're not in LA, watch it on Twitch. And for other AfterBuzz TV news and gossip, follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Thanks so much for tuning in. For Tom Connolly and Gabby Loren, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We'll see you later.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.